If you choke somebody, they turn blue, right? Right. So what color does a green orc turn if you choke them? The answer? Red. Because they're blushing. Because you've just shown them a kink they might not have known they had.
Thralls! Balls! They're everywhere!
Thralls Balls. The World of Warcraft podcast with a dirty mind and a clean behind. Hosted by Bentolis, Gershom, and Wooly. What's up, swingers? Welcome to Weckham. You know what? I'm digging in. I'm steering into that Weckham skid. Welcome to Thralls Balls, episode 26. I am Wooly. That's Gershom. That's Bent. How you guys doing? What's up? Weckham.
Yo, whack off.
Whack.
I'm just really glad you didn't say furry skid again. That's all I can say. And welcome, swingers. What's up, guys? Happy Sunday to y'all.
Hell yeah. For those of you listening as this, is present content, not sometime in the future, we got an extra hour of sleep last night because we recording this on Sunday. So fuck yeah. Well, actually, okay. Some of us got an extra hour of sleep. Some of us forgot the times changed and thought they were late going to the grocery store.
Don't know who can that be, babe.
I don't. Gershom.
Yeah. Daylight savings. It's a bitch. And that's also how you know none of us live in Arizona, because we're observing it.
And by the way, not to interrupt, but I actually woke up and the first thing I thought was like, I feel fucking amazing. I just had like the best day at work last night. Like, they asked me to stay, so I got a little OT and I was stoked. It was energetic. I'm in retail and it's the holidays, so there's like a ton going on there, and it was just so much fun. I came home late. I had like half a drink. I crashed and just woke up like the birds were tweeting. It was like the fucking cartoon. It was so amazing. I'm just having the greatest day. I'm so happy to be here with you guys.
Glad you're having a good day. Yeah. That shit's awesome. Like, there is nothing like waking up and just being like, yep, it's a bones day. It's definitely a bones day. No, if you don't know what a bones day or a no bones day is, I'm not going to explain it. Just Google Noodle the Pug. Anyway, what have we been up to in WoW? Gershom, let's start with you because you're all happy Skippy.
Oh God. Well, it's actually a lot. Man, 915 is awesome. I gotta say, the first thing I actually did, and this is the very first thing, I think I posted about it on my Twitter, but the very first thing I said was that I checked the map to see if they had actually changed the name from Makari to Eridath, and they did, and it made me so happy. I did not take the time out to go and see how the voiceover changes went, but I do at some point plan to chromie time through Legion with somebody and figure it out, between the mage. I'm sure I'll hear like the voiceovers, so that wasn't a big deal, but I was just very happy to see that. It was just a little healing, to see that dirtbag name taken out of there.
Yeah, I haven't gone to check out the voiceovers, but I imagine they probably just went with the Occam's razor. Well, that's not a good use of the term, but I imagine they just went with the easiest path and just deleted voiceovers and went with the in-game text.
Yeah, I have no idea. We're gonna have to see. Let's see, what else did I do? I had totally forgotten that I went to Saudi's with Gershom. So I went to look on my map for something and I was like, oh shit, why's my vault all lit up? And so I went there and I got better fists. So I got fisted in Saudi's, I guess. Delete that if you want. I got some better gloves defeating three boss in Sanctum of Domination. That would be the proper way to say it.
All the times you have said, oh, you can delete that, I think I've only actually deleted it once. You've said you can delete that many times, and I've never actually gone and deleted it, except for like once, and I don't even remember what it was.
You're an amazing host.
Well, thank you.
And then I think that probably my favorite part of this as a filthy casual is fucking Korthia is just rad now. like not only do you get more rep from like treasures and stuff, like I think like before I was talking about getting like 600 doing my dailies, now it's like 750, not a big deal. But it is literally like the bosses are popping everywhere. It's almost gross. Like you kill one and you turn around and another's up, and you turn around and another's up. Like by the time you do one of the dailies, I have killed like 3 bosses. It's
Fuck
just
yeah.
insane. Like I literally want to call it like boss Thea or rare Thea or something. But I do have a drop of bad news.
Oh.
Gershom cannot count. And I thought I was close to rank 6. I was only close to rank 5. So I was in 4. I was not in 5 with the codex. But the way it's going, I'm sure by next week I'll be telling y'all I got my 6. So
I don't even know where I am. At least on my warlock.
yeah, and then I just played a little bit of Notoka. Not really. I bought her 40 renown token from the lady, you know, that you can buy the token from. She's by the flight path in Ouroboros, I believe, one of the brokers. And so she's Countess now. I haven't taken her to Torghast yet, but I'm kind of, you know, interested to see if that's going to be easier and start farming her Lego. And I have not tried leveling any alts yet. So everyone says leveling's a lot easier. I have not tried that. I have 2 alts. I have Buck Nasty, my rogue, and Choasbeat, my warlock. And I haven't really tried leveling either of them. So I have yet to see how that goes, but I'll let you guys know next week. And other than that, that was my shit.
You know, ordinarily I would be polite and say, Bent, you're up, but that actually feeds into what I was doing. I've been still just slowly pounding away at my druid. I know what I said. Those are the words I chose. I'm sticking with them. Like, honestly though, like, he's 59 right now. I gotta say, the changes to Threads of Fate are so good. It's no longer like, oh my god, this fucking sucks. It's awesome. I love it. I do feel a tad squishy still. I don't know if that's just because I'm bad at feral, or if my gear is crap, or if it's intentionally like meant to feel hard. I don't know. But so where I'm going with that is I've died a couple times, and I didn't think it would be that big a deal, but flying around as a dead ghost is such a huge improvement. I did do
that hasn't happened for me. Sorry to
Really?
interrupt. Yeah, but like I just jumped on my rogue real fast and did like one quest and died, of course, because she fucking sucks. And I was dead, and I was like, shouldn't I be able to fly around? And it did not let me fly around. So
what zone?
Bastion. Do you have to be 60 for that to happen, or?
Well, my druid's not 60.
I don't know. It's probably some
That's-
kinks. It's only the first week. I'll
That's
see what
weird.
happens.
Maybe
I'll
that
see
was
what
a
happens.
bug, because you should have been able to fly.
That's what I was thinking too. It was like that weightless soul buff, right?
I wonder if there's like dead zones where it doesn't work. Anyway, so I've been doing that. I did hop in and do a little bit of the Torghast leveling. That's God, that's awesome. Like, you can just mindlessly grind away at it without really thinking about it. Or you can take it ultra serious. What I was doing, because I'm a feral druid, was I was just going sneaky, and then getting to the boss at the end and lighten it up.
My sneaky friend, I have a quick question for you. When can you actually go to Torghast? Because that's another thing I wanted to do on my rogue. I'm like, screw this. I hate Bastion. She's wearing all black and red. She doesn't belong here. And so I tried to just jump into like the Maw, like you can do from the top level of Ouroboros. And it literally just kept porting her back to the top. And I'm like, when can you go to Torghast?
You gotta.
Is my rogue just bugged, or do you have to talk to someone? Sorry,
you
go
have
ahead.
to talk to Talinara, I think, at the table.
Oh, okay. All right. I will check that out.
I think, if I remember right. Bent, because that's all I had. Bent, what are you up to in WoW? Raid logging while you move?
No, I actually got a lot done this week.
Oh, shit.
We killed Fade Scrap. I got my helmet, 252.
Woo!
So now we're on Kel'Thuzad, and I think we'll be able to kill him, if not this week, maybe next week. It's not like that hard of a fight. And it's kind of like Fade Scribe. Like, once you do phase 1, it just repeats over and over. So it's pretty easy. You just need to learn the first part. Other than that, I got finally, after I think I did Plaguefall 100,000 times, they added a new vendor in, and you could spend Valor points to get a random item. And I was like, you know what? Like, I have a bunch of Valor. Like, it's expensive. You only get, like, a rank 1 mythic, so you have to upgrade it 12 times. So it's like, you don't want to do it too much. But I was like, you know, I'm going to buy 2 of them and see what happens. And I got my file. So I was able to upgrade that to do 46. And now I can really raid a lot because I don't even have to do Mythic Plus anymore.
Oh, there you go.
Very nice.
Yeah, and then other than that, I kind of touched like on the Korthia shit is really nice because I went there and did like the weekly stuff, and like I think I got more like rep in that like I probably spent 30 minutes doing like the quest, the weekly one, going to kill the 2 things in Des Morton. I got like 5,000 rep for it, which is nice because like I would have to do Korthia every day for like 3 weeks to get that much. So it was really nice. I like the changes, and no, other than that, I guess, you know, there's just plug it along. I might start playing a couple of my alts again. I haven't really looked into the Threads of Fate changes, but I usually did that anyway, just because it was nice to get like 5 renown before you got to level 60.
There you go. Okay, so I had an ADHD moment during that, and you said the Desma whatever zone in the Maw, and I've never known how to say that.
I think it's Desmoterran.
Is it? I
think
it just my little 80 attention deficit moment made me realize we finally have an answer to what the name is of Destiny's Child. Destiny's Child Martin. Destiny's Child is named Martin.
Didn't Beyonce name her kid like Blue or something? I don't know.
Yes, Blue Ivy. Blue and Ivy, or one of Blue. I don't know. I know it's Blue and it's Ivy.
I like Martin better. Anyway, what else have you been doing, or was that it?
I'm trying to think. I don't think really anything else. I mean, I'm gonna probably start trying to play my 2 tanks, but other than that, it's kind of like status quo. I'm getting ready with the move, and yeah.
Cool. Well, you guys want to move on to mixed drink of the week?
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. It's time for the mixed drink of the week. Fuck yeah!
Fuck yeah!
It's the mixed drink of the week. Alright, so before we get into it, a reminder, please only drink if you're of legal age or legal whatever to do so, and we are not responsible for anything that happens to you. Alright, so yes, I know it's called the mixed drink of the week, but this week it's just a shot. So in the spirit of the mixed drink of the week, I'm going to go ahead and say that this is a shot you can drop into a drink. I'm not going to today because, you know, fuck it.
Because it's noon on a Sunday, so you're gonna take shots.
Yeah. Hell yeah. It is the Death Chakram for the Beast Mastery Hunter, and yes, we know all 3 specs can use the Death Chakram, but hush, that's what we're doing. So what do you guys think is in this shot?
Bent, this is your section, bud. You go first.
All right. So I'm thinking death, and nothing makes me feel more like death than after a night of drinking tequila. So I'm gonna go with Jose Cuervo Silver, lime juice, and chakram. I'm gonna go with rum chata because it kind of sounds like chakram.
Okay.
Okay. Oh gosh.
I realize how gross that is, but
no, but you know what I can think of is it might make like a weird, like it makes a kind of like Maldraxi-ish, like possibly grayish or weirdish looking like drink. And I kind of went for the same thing. So can I go, or are you good?
Oh, I'm good. It's a shot, so there's really not much more for me to get.
Okay. So this is a shot that has a little bit of a rim on it too. So what I went for was, you guys remember those Fun Dip candies? where you put
Yes.
the weird
Oh,
white
yeah.
stick in the. Okay, we're all the same age. Okay, so like the lime one, ideally you can use whatever flavor you want. Little bit of lime juice on the rim. This is a double shot, so a little bit of lime juice on the rim with your favorite flavor. I went with lime of Fun Dip candy, and then in the drink is a shot of lime Gatorade and a shot of whiskey. So I kind of went for the same weird like coloring theme. And then for fun, if you want, you can stir it up with the white stick from the Fun Dip candy, which I thought was kind of cool because Meldraxis is all like bony and stuff. And, you know, you could possibly like chomp that as you went and it would like go in your drink. And then you could just take the shot of weird lime Gatorade and whiskey.
Okay. Well, Bent was closest, actually. There is Cuervo in it, but it's Cuervo Gold. It's Cuervo, vodka, sugar, and lemon juice. I'm a little afraid to take the shot because I stirred it up just now a little bit and licked the spoon, which was stupid, and it is very sour. What makes this what is it that makes this the death chakram? Well, here's the thing. A chakram is a weapon, right? It is a bladed disc of sorts. And so when the hunter throws it out, it just like goes zoom and whacks the shit out of its target, right? It'll cut you. This will fucking cut you, hence the lemon juice. I would have done lime juice. Should have done lime juice. Didn't do lime juice. Oh God. The things I do for this show.
Your sacrifices are valid, my friend.
This is gonna be, I think, just in my experience with these two liquors, I feel like this will be Ironford level.
Yeah,
No,
you
it
don't
sounds
ever-
like it's gonna be good though.
Generally,
It
you
sounds like-
don't want to mix vodka and tequila, and that's kind of why I did it. Oh,
We're
God.
gonna be reading about Plaggy getting arrested later tonight.
Oh no!
I don't live in Florida. Get it? In Florida.
Yeah,
Oh,
I get it. But like,
Yeah, we get it, but
over
we're
the
here
lips,
for you.
Over the lips, through the gums. Look out, asshole.
And by here for you, I don't mean bail
Oh,
money because I don't have it. Oh, we're live on air. Holy shit.
Oh my God, that. Oh God. Oh God. Not, oh fuck. That lives up to its name. Holy shit, that cuts.
was
Oh,
it worse
God.
than Ironford?
No.
No.
The original one?
No.
Well, tastes worse, yes, but as a concept, we nailed it, to be honest with you.
We all kind of hit something citrusy and weird. So, yeah.
Like, as a shot, that's fucking terrible. If you mix it with, like, Coke, what I would have mixed it with, I think it would have been fine.
I would feel like if you were going to drink something like that, I would drop it into 7-Up instead. But
Holy
that's just
fuck.
me.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think Coke and tequila goes well.
Mix it with whatever you want, really. Holy shit, I never
Or
want
just-
to take that shot again.
Or just do one.
That shot
So-
probably put some hair on your chest, man.
So that was the Death Chakram. And now that I think about it, I think that's the last of the male. Oh God, that's awful. The male specs.
Yep. There's only 2.
Okay, so that leads us to the next one, plate, warrior. So we've got protection, fury, arms. So protection is first. So next week is the protection warrior. Let's go with shield slam. That's a move, right?
Yeah, I would say shield slam. Yeah, shield wall. If you want to do shield wall.
Is that a protection warrior thing?
Yeah, it's like a talent. I think you take. It's like shield slam, but I think shield wall like just does it to everyone.
Okay, so next week is the shield wall for the prot warrior. I do not advise ever taking that shot unless you really want to fuck somebody up.
That really sounds good to me. I don't know if it's because I can handle my booze. I don't know the lemon juice though.
I think I put a little too much lemon juice in it, and that's why it cut so deep. Also, this vodka is cheap, shitty Fleshman's. So
Oh
Why are you still drinking that, bro?
Because I
What?
paid for it. Oh god.
And
All
you
right.
did Jose Cuervo Gold. Oh,
I didn't have silver, or I would have gone silver.
you know
Oh,
what?
God.
This reminds me. Like next time you guys do TBCon, you should do like a game where you basically put all the mixed drinks of the week in a hat, and everyone draws one out and has to do it.
We
That's
would
a
need to
lot-
have like
That's
a
a
full
lot
liquor
of
bar for
booze.
that.
We would have a bar, unless y'all want to like bring. Maybe we could like do it ahead of time and draw out the hat, and then everyone has to bring the ingredients for what they drew or something. It'd be like a fun game, but
Maybe next time we make it like in a, I don't know, like rent out a ballroom or some shit, like a small room of some sort.
yeah, my apartment was kind of small for all that.
Oh, like
shit.
that'd be cool, like a VFW, and like you get
Make
a
it
full
make
bar.
it like an event, like a whole weekend thing.
You were the one that was against it,
I
bro.
know,
Don't you remember?
I
You were
know,
like, "Don't
I
make it
know.
a convention."
I know, but it sounds fun. Okay.
You will be the one walking around drunk with the fucking microphone, just like at BlizzCon.
Oh, by the way, before we move on to the news, this is completely unrelated to anything, but you guys told me I should get my girlfriend on the show. I asked her about it. Actually, she brought it up to me because she listened to the episode. She would love to. She's working on getting over a cough right now, so sometime after that. So Shailene will be on the show. That is
That's awesome.
both her real life
Awesome.
name and her character name.
That's
She-
awesome.
Yeah, she's playing a night elf hunter. Doesn't know what the fuck she's doing, but that's fine.
Night Elf Hunter is the way to go if you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah, we actually we set up her computer in the same room mine is in for now because we're I know this is gonna seem soon, but we're getting a place in December. It's a place she already had, so I'm just moving in there. And until such time, her computer is here with mine, so she's been coming over and playing. And I want everybody to know I saved her from being a clicker. I saw she was clicking on Steady Shot. No, keybinds, girl. Keybinds.
I am actually
No
still.
gamers click.
I
Actually, they open
am
up-
still
oh.
somewhat of a clicker here and there. I just fall back into the bad habits. I do.
Well, what
I'll
I
admit
used to do is, I was like, well, I don't have enough fingers to hit all these other keys I could hit. So what I did used to do that I'm pained to admit is I had some buttons with no keybinds on them and just like, okay, I'm gonna hit rake. All right, now my energy is going. All right, go shred. And like I clicked it off to the other side, and I have changed that because I prioritized shit. But you know, there's got to be a better way.
We should move forward with the news because I feel like that vodka and tequila might hit you, and we have a good episode coming up. So, do you
Yeah.
guys want to move on to the news?
Yes, let's move on to the news.
Time for WoW News. Motherfuckers.
Okay, WoW news time. We definitely didn't just disappear for like 5 minutes to go take a break. I gotta die, Dr. Pepper. It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Okay.
It doesn't have vodka or tequila in it.
It has. What is it like? What do they advertise it as? Like
23
43
flavors or something.
something like
Yeah.
that. And none of them are cock. So
Always a plus.
yeah. All right. So first up, a little bit of news that I'm not crazy about. Jen Oneal is stepping down, and for those of you who are like, wait, I know that name, but what did she do? She was one of the 2 people chosen to replace J. Allen Brack, alongside Mike Ybarra. And at first I saw this, I'm like, oh fuck, is this more ActiBliz bullshit? But I don't actually think it is, because she put out a big old post about it, and she made it clear that this was a choice she made herself. First, she's stepping back to a smaller role within the company, and then stepping away completely. And I would actually venture to, not that like my white male side has any say in what is feminist or anti-feminist, but I would actually call it anti-feminist to imply that it wasn't her choice, as if like women are incapable of making their own choices, especially when she's making it clear in the post that this was something she chose. From what I can tell, she made the decision herself under no pressure to do so, but that's all just from her post. What she wrote, a couple things she wrote, but I want to read this one. and one other after. Mike has been unbelievably supportive throughout my decision-making process around this move, and I have every confidence in him leading Blizzard. Mike and I have been working together to develop many of the actions we'll be taking to continue making Blizzard a safer, stronger, and more inclusive workplace, and I know he plans on sharing some of those actions with you soon. Now, personally, while I would have preferred to still have her in this role, the I think making the post she made was the right move about it, because I am not really feeling the unease that I may have felt if she just stepped down without really saying much. The other side of this coin is that, I'll just read what she wrote about it. Activision Blizzard King's leadership is graciously offering their support for my decision and has worked with me on a plan to invest in the future of other women in the gaming industry by agreeing to make a US $1 million grant to Women in Games International, a fantastic nonprofit organization where I am a board member, I being she because this is her writing, that cultivates and advances equality and diversity in the global games industry. This money will be used to fund skill building and mentorship programs. My last little thought about this before I want to see what you guys think. Let's not really be cynical about, because I've seen this online from a few people, let's not really be cynical about the whole I am a board member of this organization thing, because yes, we've all seen that happen before where like donations were made because someone was on the board and it wasn't what it seemed. But I really don't think this is what it is because of what that organization is for. I don't think this is anything but an above board move. I think on the larger level, on the Activision level, there are definitely some damage control-y things going on. Some like, oh shit, we gotta fix this. Like, and not because of the problems, but because they are worried about their bottom line, the cash. But when it comes down to this thing, I think this is a legitimate action being taken. And I feel like I've said the same thing 4 or 5 times. What do you guys think about this?
Ben, what do you think?
I mean, it's her choice. Like, if she doesn't want to work there anymore, then that's her, her, reason to choose. I feel like in a way she was kind of forced upon this role, so to speak, and maybe she just didn't want to do it. Some people aren't made out to be, executive level membership leaders. I'm not saying that's the case here, but maybe she was just overwhelming. It's probably a pretty difficult time to be at Blizzard with all the shit going on, and it's probably just a lot of unnecessary stress. And I think maybe that she just decided, hey, this isn't what I want to do. I want to kind of take a break and switch careers because I'm not feeling it right now. So all the best to her. I think that in the limited time she was there, I think she oversaw some pretty good changes. I think her and Mike did a great job. And yeah, I'm interested to see if they actually bring in someone to replace her directly and go back to the co-leadership, or if Mike's just going to be the one taking over full time.
I think it's just Mike Ibarra. And before we get Rachel's input on this, hi everybody, Gersham's name is Rachel. Before we, I hope that's okay to say. I think we've said that before.
I think everyone knew it already. It's fine.
Before we get there, I want to say though, one thing I didn't note that I should have, that she wrote in the post herself, was that what led her to this decision was thinking about where she as an individual person can affect the most change, and she feels she can do more change within that what was that organization, Women in Games International, the WIGI that she's on the board for. I think that's what she's going toward, is moving toward that, where she can take a more active role on a micro level rather than a macro level. You know what I mean?
It's the opposite. So Blizzard's the micro level. She wants to go to the macro level and change it for the organization worldwide. So macro's think about macro's the forest and micro's the individual trees in the forest.
I can't see the forest. There's too many trees in the way. Anyway, Rachel, what you think?
So basically, could break it down to saying that like the very petty childish side of me is sad to see a woman advocate leave Blizzard, and I was just so excited to see her as, you know, co-leader and stuff with Mike Ybarra. But when I think about what she wants to do, and then it's like the adult side of me thinks about how well not only she can empower herself as a woman, but how she can empower everyone else, then, you know, I'm all for it. Wins at your back, sister. I don't, like I said, it's like the childish side of me was like, yay, there's a woman co-leading, and I'm so happy, and I hope that they can do some great things. But if she can do better things, like Bent said, you know, the forest for the trees, then I agree with it, and I hope she does well, and I know she will. She's intelligent, she's brilliant, and, you know, she seems like a very nice person, so I hope that it works out. I think it will. I think it will, and I wish her the best.
Yeah, I'm not overly crazy about this move being taken, but I feel like it's not anything horrible going on. It would have been nice to see her stay there, but
and when you mention that, you know, it's not anything horrible going on, I mean, we've had women quit Blizzard who say, you know, I don't know what my next step is. I stay tuned, blah, blah, blah. And they kind of get into the Twitter feed like, follow me because you're going to see what I'm doing. No, this woman literally said, here's what I'm doing to make what I feel are better changes. And she even got a donation from Blizzard, which is insane. So I think I prefer to see that sort of departure as opposed to some women who have been forced or asked or conduced into leaving in some cases and just saying, well, I don't really know where I'm going next, but, you know, apparently this woman has her hand on the reins, and I really do admire that about her. And if it comes to that, then I guess I'm all for it.
yeah. And in terms of, well, what does this mean with like Mike Ybarra being like the only one? As far as WoW goes, I'm cautiously optimistic because he plays the game really regularly. Like, I know they all do, but he plays that up. He plays it way more than the others. He's like
a mythic 20 raider or something. Yeah, he's huge.
Anyway, best of Godspeed to you, Jen. I look forward to hearing from what changes you bring forth in the industry. Focusing a little lower, not lower, but excuse me, that fucking shot is still fighting its way back out. Focusing a little closer on the game itself, there are a few little small quality of life things that have changed that I just wrote them in the notes as happy little nuggets of change. So, for those of you who have been trying to get that like mummified raptor mount, I forget what the actual name of it is, in the BFA dungeon, King's Rest, they made it a little easier. That second boss, I don't remember the boss's name, but they used to cast something called Entomb, and once it got cast on you, that's it. It resets because there's no one else for the boss to attack, and it just bugs away. It evade bugs and it resets. That second boss, I wish I could remember the name, no longer casts Entomb, so you no longer have to whack, 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 whack to get him dead before he casts it. So there you go. Go ahead and farm your undead dinosaur thing. Another little nugget of change. Unread mail is now being shown on the character selection screen, which is great. We saw that in the Shadowlands Alpha, but it disappeared when the expansion launched for some reason. Don't really know why, but it's back now. And then the last thing. Mission table experience tokens are now account-wide. So you've seen them in your bag maybe from time to time and you forgot you did them. You're like, oh, okay, click, and you got a little experience. You can now send those to other characters on your account, which is dope. And this isn't really one of the nuggets of change, but it's something I want to highlight. In terms of solo island expeditions, if you're going out there because you still haven't gotten that pretty dragon thing, just a reminder, you can go solo them now, so go get your mounts and sitch, but you have to solo queue by talking to the NPC, not the table. So for the Alliance, that's Flynn Fairwind, and he's standing right next to the table. And for the Horde, that's Captain Rezokan. Captain Reggie White. He's standing right next to the table. Yeah.
Reggie White, isn't that a football player?
It was a Green Bay Packer, and he died because he had breathing issues, and he stopped breathing in his sleep.
Oh, sleep apnea?
Yeah. The thing I have. I fell asleep before putting my mask on last night. Whoops.
Well, that's morbid.
Yeah. Yeah, well, these things happen.
Captain Reggie White, I
Yeah.
guess. Rest in peace, Reggie White.
Rest in peace, Reggie White. I don't know. What do you guys think about these things? Like, I suppose there's not really a whole lot to say about them, but little, like I called them, happy little nuggets of change. I mean,
Well,
Gershon, you do the solo islands because you can
Well,
get
I
stuff.
haven't done them yet, but I am excited to go do them. I've just been really busy at work, like I mentioned before. Like it's the holidays and I'm in retail, so lots of stuff not happening in my gaming life right now. But
Mhm.
also, I was really happy to log on. I had never heard anyone mention the mail thing, and I logged on and I saw all those little envelopes, and that's hot because I do so much on my mains that they get a lot of mats. Like, and both my mains, like they're not crafters, they're collectors. So they send a lot of mats to people, and just to see if there's mail or not was actually really convenient, because sometimes just the process of logging in, logging off, seeing if there's no mail. I mean, it's a quality of life change, but I did enjoy it. Definitely. I enjoyed it.
Saves you a few minutes from logging in. And
There you go.
do you think you would have because sometimes Blizzard makes these changes and doesn't really make it apparent what you have to do. Do you think you would have figured out that you had to talk to Flynn or Captain Reggie White instead of the table on your own? Or because I feel like that's something they could have made more clear.
If I hadn't figured it out, I probably would have gone and talked to the person. And if not, I probably just would have wow-headed it or Googled it. So I don't think it's that hard to figure out. I mean, either way, though, it's good. I think people will get out there and do their expeditions. I have a few more mounts to get, and some transmogs and stuff with the doubloons. I'm actually curious. I want to go there and see if the doubloon drop rate is any better, because I remember when I was doing those in BFA with groups, and I was getting like 9 doubloons. So I'm kind of curious if they're gonna up the drop rate so that people can get stuff. I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna have to find out. I'll let you guys know next week. Yeah.
Hell
for sure.
yeah. So, 2 more quite exciting things. I love it when devs do interviews because sometimes we get little bits of information from them. Ian Hazzikostas did an interview with VentureBeat, and whatever your opinion is of him, he is still the guy that sometimes gives information. Why did I word it that way? I don't know. There was a lot of shit in this interview, but my takeaways are Blizz admitted that they should have listened about conduit energy before, and while it's nice to hear that, we have heard them admit things like that in the past. So I'm a little cautiously optimistic because of another thing they're implementing, the WoW Community Council. We'll get to that in a minute. They all but confirmed cross-faction raiding is going to be coming in the future at some point. He said there's some challenges to figure out how do you make that work kind of thing. So I don't think that's going to be happening yet, but it's something they're thinking about. So don't take that as gospel. They might end up deciding, yeah, technically it's not going to work, like technologically, whatever. I don't see how, but whatever. One thing, the other thing he said is 9.2 news is coming soon, whatever that means, soon TM. And he said that there's more planned after that. But what the hell does that mean? What comes after 9.2? Does he mean like a 9.2.5? If it was going to be a 9.3, he could have very just plainly said, yeah, there will be a 9.3, but he didn't.
Well, maybe he meant that after the 9.2 news, then more will be coming, which means 9.2, but that's kind of redundant and dumb. So I think maybe you were right. I don't know.
I think they're just kind of playing it by ear. I think that they will. It depends on how like the patch, I guess, goes. Like I think if 9.2 bombs, kind of like how 9.1 did a little bit, I think they'll just go to a next expansion. But if people like 9.2, I think they'll add on and add a 9.3.
Wasn't there another expansion that only had 2?
Yeah,
wasn't
Warlords or
BFA.
Drainer.
It was Draenor, yeah.
They
Okay.
bailed on Warlords because it wasn't very popular at all, and they wanted to move on to Legion. And I gotta say, though, if we get a similar situation with Shadowlands where they're like, all right, people aren't digging what we're putting down. And honestly, I wouldn't call it the worst expansion. A lot of people would, but I would not. It's not exactly my favorite. I don't know.
I think it's
just not
horrible.
vibing with me.
I mean, at least Draenor, I like the story. The dungeons and raids are cool. Like this one, only the dungeons and raids. The story is horrible. Honestly, my preference, I would say, can do 9.2, wrap up this whole fucking Shadowlands bullshit, and then make a new expansion. Bring us back
Yeah,
to
let's
Azeroth.
just fucking kill the. Oh god, I can't wait to go back to a fucked up Azeroth and how they've. Oh man. Oh,
Yeah.
never mind. That's for another episode.
I think I'd agree. I would like to go back to another expansion, a different expansion in Azeroth. I'm really hoping for Dragon Isles. But what I worry about then is we were in patch 6.2 for what, 16 months? Because they bailed and we're getting Legion ready. So would we see that again if they bailed on Shadowlands? I don't know.
It'd probably be longer considering what it took like 9 months or something for them to get to 9.1.
I am expecting an expansion announcement sometime between now and like February. So depending on when that would come. Because if they were gonna do BlizzCon line, which they canceled before they even announced it, I feel like they would have done that in February, which would have been an announcement for the expansion. So I don't know.
Well,
This is all.
they're still gonna do announcements though, even without the online stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
you're just gonna have to keep your eyes peeled for them, I guess.
Yeah, but usually BlizzCon's when they announce the new expansions.
Yeah.
Right, but Legion wasn't announced at a BlizzCon. Legion was announced at Gamescom.
Well, you know what? It might be. I have a feeling that we'll find out more when the book gets released in March or whatever it is now.
Oh, yeah. They do seem to be moving a bit faster than they were for how long we were in 9.0 before 9.1 came out, because 9.2 has appeared on their Vendor CDN, and that is, I don't understand exactly what it is, but that is the content delivery network, and Google says it speeds up delivery by bringing the data closer to where the users are. I'm confused by the concept, but with 9.2 being on their Vendor CDN, that could mean like the preload to before it blasts it all over the face of the PTR, and then they get the PTR a towel so it can clean up. But maybe we'll be seeing the 9.2 on PTR soon. I'm cautiously optimistic, like I said. Why did I go straight to facial? Whatever. WoW Community Council. This is the last bit of news we have. I'm not really sure what to think of this, because this is something Blizzard is putting in place. It is an application-based entry to a forum regarding feedback and communication between players and developers. In their words, their intent here is this program will add another venue for communication between players and WoW developers. Our goal is to gather more detailed feedback on all aspects of World of Warcraft from players around the world with a wide range of background and interests. After a year, everyone who's going to be in this program is going to be unflagged, so basically removed from the program, and applications open up again. I'm, like I said, not totally sure what to think about it, but I think it's a good thing, because if it works, then we will have more input as players. I also wonder how many people will actually be like, fuck that, I'm not doing their job for them, which doesn't really help anything, because it's not... What this is them gathering data about what the players want. That's not... And knowing what the players want. They're not automatically gonna know that. I don't really know how to word what I'm thinking, but you know what I mean? Kinda, I think.
Yeah, it seems like I like the fact that they're gonna rotate it. I wonder if you get like picked for 1 year doing it, if when the applications open it up again, if they'll allow people to reapply again. But I think it's a good move. I think
they will allow people to reapply. I worded that poorly in the notes, but everybody is open to apply.
Okay. So I think it's a good idea. I mean, it's definitely a step in the right direction. But it kind of already happens, right? Like Twitter and everything, you could tweet to developers. So I think it's a great forum for feedback and communication. But I think the real issue is the developers acting upon the feedback.
Exactly. Now, one thing that makes me hopeful about it, though, is because it is application-based, they don't really have to feed through the toxicity of, like, this is fucking stupid, blah, 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 because by doing the application, you're basically saying, yep, I am going to provide thoughtful feedback, not just swear at you. I don't know. I'm hopeful.
I'm hopeful, but like a lot of things with Blizzard, I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go that same route.
What about Gershom? What do you think?
Oh,
what do you
no,
think?
I totally agree with you both. I'm so sorry. I was just reading the notes, and I think the same thing. I mean, I hope it works out for the best, but it really, we'll just have to see. It's a Blizz thing, so we will have to see.
All right. Well, that is the last bit of news we have. Let's move on to the question of the week. I have been pumped as fuck for this. Let's move on to it.
Are you still pumped on tequila and vodka? Are you okay?
My mouth no longer feels like I am licking a rusty blade, so we're good.
That's an excellent description. I like it.
Question. The week.
Okay, so it is the question of the week. Last week, we asked you, what 3 lore characters would you draft for your dodgeball team? And I'm going to open up to you guys here. Do you think we should do our drafty draft first or read the answers first? Because I think we should read the listeners first.
I think
I
we
agree.
should read the answers first. Yep, totally.
All right. So, Aaron says, I'd have to go with Valera Sanguinar, Matthias Shaw, and Vanessa Van Cleef. You can't beat the rogue ability to dodge, and they can easily just crouch and go invisible to sneak up on the enemy team.
I like
Solid.
that. That's pretty. It's smart, but the thing is, in dodgeball, you can't cross that line. So, if you have a proper referee, you really can't sneak up behind them, can you?
Well, no, but I don't think you would be sneaking up behind them. You sneak up to the line in the middle. They don't know where you are. You just out of stealth, throw it, re-stealth, disappear.
I guess you're right. Yeah. Yeah. That's a pretty competitive answer. I like
Yeah.
it. I like it.
Aaron's got a good point here. Who wants to read slides?
I can do it.
Okay.
My team would consist of Turelian, Ilaria, and Anduin. Turelian, and Ilaria will do anything to win, and I won't mind when they decide to melt an orc's brains using shadow power and chains of light.
God.
You may be asking, why Anduin? Please direct yourself to Season 3, Episode 3 of Recess. Little Weasel Shrimp Boy Gus was revealed to be the fastest dodgeball in the West and child murderer, El Diablo. That's basically Anduin, but with the light and stuff.
Slide with ham on
Creative.
that.
That's a creative. I forgot about that show, Recess.
Those guys always have, like, the weirdest fucking references.
Yo, Recess is a good show, though.
It was.
I think those guys watch like every show that I have not seen any of them. So Vanderlyle, in his typical short and sweet way, says Bolvar, Arthas, and Ner'zhul. I just feel like they would make a great team.
I do think they would. Although,
I don't know why.
I disagree 100%. They all wear like heavy plate armor. They're gonna be slow as fucking molasses.
But they're all like versions of the Lich King, though. That's the joke. I get
it, but like they're just like these like the Lich King isn't known for its like nimble mobility, which is what you need in dodgeball. They're kind of
That's
like,
true. Actually, Arthas
No,
does just
but-
sort of stand there and like.
I
Yeah,
could
he's got
very
all that armor.
easily see any of the 3 of these just sticking their hand up in the air and catching the ball and being like, no.
Ha ha ha. Yeah, totally.
And
I don't know.
they freeze the ball with their like death magic or whatever, and then it just crumbles, and then they pull another ball out because they just broke the ball they were using, and then they just fucking whip it at, I don't know, Lady Moonberry and knock her ass out of the sky.
Oh,
Blasphemy.
no. No, Lady
That's a fighting
Blueberry,
word.
No.
Immune says, okay, the first member of my team is Jaina to freeze the enemies in place. Already, Immune, you're cheating. Next, I will have... Actually, maybe you're not cheating. I don't know. Because if we allow stealth, we gotta allow that. Next, I will have Rotal, the bridge boss from the Bloodmaw Slag Mines in WAD. He's already good at rolling large balls at his opponents. And finally, I'll round out the team with Mistcaller from Tyrna's side. She literally has an attack called Dodgeball, and she's hit so many of us already. Haha. You know, he's kind of got a really good point with that last pick.
Isn't that
Oh, yeah,
the chick? She's like, ha ha ha, you're good at this game.
Fooled you.
There's I kind of want to lift that voice line and pop it into like a horror movie scene and see how terrifying it is. All right, we have one left. Which one he wants to read? Crucifix.
I got
I
it.
read Cruz. Oh,
Okay,
you got
can.
it?
No, you can. Go ahead.
Crucifix says, I would bring in the 3 ladies from the Coven of Shavara. Hopefully, with all those arms and mind-fucking whispers, it will give these sisters a chance at dodgeball glory.
Hell yeah.
That's actually pretty cool. I would never
Yeah.
thought of that.
All right, so this
Can I
is...
also make a point real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
All our contributors to the question of the week this week, not one of them was duplicated. Everyone picked a different individual. So well done, guys.
Yeah. Y'all really put some thought behind it, and I appreciate that. That's awesome. So how we are answering this is we're having a little fun with it. We're doing it a mock draft. I've been told it's called a snake draft, where the rules are once a character is drafted, they are not an option anymore, and we're going this in rounds. And variations of that character are not to be treated like another character. For example, alternate Draenor Velen versus regular Velen. They're the same choice, all right? Another example is like Arthas before he went bad versus Arthas after he went bad. So if you pick Arthas and you're like, oh, I want the good boy paladin Arthas, then somebody else can't turn around and pick, oh, I want Death Knight Arthas or I want Lich King Arthas. He's off the table. Third rule, draft order goes down and back. If the order is ABC, the first 2 rounds would follow as ABC, CBA, rather than ABC, ABC. And that is what a snake draft is, according to Ben. And rule number 4, you have to explain why you're drafting, who you're drafting. All right? So to decide our draft order, we spun a wheel that we made on wheeldecide.com that had all 3 of our names. And what we came up with is the draft order is Bent, me, then Gershom. So then round 2 would be Gershom, me, then Bent. So I guess it's 3 rounds. So Bent, you are up first. Who is your first round draft pick for your dodgeball team?
So I thought about this a lot, and I think first overall, I'm taking Sylvanas. One,
Sylvanas.
she's a banshee, so she could go in corporal, which will help her dodge balls really easily. And if you remember in the BFA trailer, she went fucking ape shit on the Alliance, hopping around, just clocking everyone. I think she's a great pick. She's an archer, so she's got very good accuracy, and I think that she would be the best candidate for my dodgeball team.
All right, so you're taking Sylvanas. I don't think I would have taken Sylvanas because, like, there are similar choices. But you know what? I think you're right with the incorporeal thing. That kind of gives you a huge advantage. I'm up next. I am taking fucking... shit. Why am I forgetting? She's very much in the spotlight right now.
This person is going to refuse to play
She's
for your
a-
team.
She's a night elf queen. Why am I forgetting her name? What the fuck? Tyrande! There we go. I'm picking Tyrande Whisperwind. And people are going to be like,
Tyrande!
what? Why are you picking Tyrande? Here's the fucking thing. All right. You saw that cinematic, right? Where she just like whipped her fucking glaives at the ground. I am taking Tyrande as the Night Warrior. Not Tyrande like before that. Because then like, tell her still didn't burn. She wasn't all pissed off yet. And I'm not taking her after she was, let's just say, cured, because, you know, she's got that anger as the Night Warrior. It's got to fuel her. So
I thought the rule was you can't do variants. So
Yeah, I was just gonna say,
No,
you just
the
gotta take
rule-
all of Tyrande.
no, the rule is variants don't count with each other. Like
Oh,
if
so
you
like
say
I can't. Okay, so you can't. Like for example, you're saying Night Warrior Tyrande. I can't say regular Tyrande.
right, exactly. I
Oh,
might have
gotcha.
worded that badly. So, yeah, I'm taking Tyrande. Gershom, who is your first round draft pick?
And I'm gonna go for top of the tier here. Y'all gonna hate me. I'm picking the Jailer. I think
shit.
he snatches shit out of fucking portals, and I think he would possibly manage to snatch something extra and beat the fuck out of everyone.
Also, like, okay, we're out of spoiler territory. When Sylvanas shot an arrow at him, he just, like, effortlessly caught it.
Exactly. Yep.
Oh my
Thank
god.
you.
You
Yeah.
might have already won the draft.
I picked the Jailer.
Oh my god. Okay, so it's a snake draft, so you get a second pick right away.
Okay, for my second pick, I pick Kael'thas.
Kael'thas.
And that's because he has two quotes that I really like, and this is just kind of a lore thing. I like that he says, "Is it a sin to fight for survival?" And I also have another favorite quote where he says, "Until you need me yet again." I feel like he'd be a really good teammate.
Shit.
And also a really hardcore dude to play a sport with, you know, fight for survival stuff.
Damn. I don't think I would have gone there. Or, like, it wouldn't have occurred to me to, rather.
Yeah, that's completely beyond me. That's a nice pick.
It is. Okay, so there's a lot of different places I could go for my next pick. Now, the question here is, Tyrande fucking hates the Horde. Does it matter if Horde is on her team, or would that fuck with her?
It would fuck with your team's chemistry.
I really do think it would.
But it's your team. They gotta prefer. You know, you don't always gotta like who you gotta work with.
It doesn't. It also does not have to be Alliance or Horde. It can be a different.
I don't think we should bring factions into this because it would just make
Sure.
it too weird.
It really would. You'd end up with like some kind of weird straight to disc $10 game off the Walmart shelf that's like Horde versus Alliance football or some dumb shit. So I think I'm looking at what I've got picked here. I am gonna go with I feel like I should take a massively overpowered character, but I'm not going to. I am going to go with Illidan Stormrage, and here's why. Tyrande may have picked Malfurion, but we all know Illidan was the right choice between the two of them, and I say that as a druid. So Tyrande and Illidan would work together super, super well. He's got those wings. He can fly up in the air to dodge the balls. He's got hands, you know, to throw balls with. And yeah, you know
but
what?
he's blind. He's blindfolded though. Like
Doesn't
But
matter.
he
it
still
doesn't
can
matter.
see.
It doesn't matter.
You
Yeah,
ever
that's
see the
true.
movie Dodgeball? You could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball. They fucking put a blindfold on
If you
all
can
of them.
dodge traffic, you can dodge a ball. But also, Illidan can still see. He has, like, demon eyes.
Yeah, he like
That's
senses
true.
the energy.
That's true. That's right.
All right, Bent, who is your second and your third pick, I guess? So you can kind of just have at whoever you want now.
So I forgot to touch on this point before because it kind of goes into my next pick. So I also like Sylvanas because she just wants to win. Like she'll do anything to get what she wants. The ends justify the means, and I could relate with that. This may fuck up the chemistry a little bit, but I do think the Horde were the most successful, and these people were leaders. I'm gonna go with Garrosh Hellscream just because
Ooh.
he
Oh,
has,
shit.
he has an iron will to fucking win, and he will not accept losing.
Dude, if he does his actual Hellscream, then everyone in the fucking arena's ears would just burst, I think.
Hey, he's
too.
fucking terrifying too. So.
Yeah, he is terrifying.
And then last but not least, this is like a little bit weird. I'm gonna go with Shandris Feathermoon because I think she's a good archer and she worked in the Ashenvale Forest, so she knows how to camouflage and she's sneaky. But she's also a fucking sniper.
How would that feel going against Wooly's Tyrande, though?
We never really touched on that, but yeah, that's
I mean,
my line.
it's dodgeball. It's not like they're fighting to the death.
That's true. I know. That's like her mom, though. Like, she calls her
Yeah.
mother later in the game.
But I
She's like,
also
"Mother."
think so. Chandris hates fucking the two Sylvanas and Garrosh so much that she might just be like, fuck it, I'm gonna dominate this game so I never have to be on their team again.
All right, solid final pick. Oh my god, who is my final pick? This is gonna be so tough. So I've got Tyrande and Illidan. The logical choice would be to round it out and go with Malfurion, but I'm not going to because
Yeah, he'd be dog shit.
yeah, well, I don't think he would be because when he goes badass, he goes badass. But that's also kind of boring to put those three together. I want a little bit of texture in my draft. I want something.
Sorry to interrupt, but he wouldn't go badass until like everyone died. Like he's just a pussy. Fuck him.
Guys, there is a very obvious pick that none of us chose yet.
Nope, go ahead. Sorry.
I am going. Okay, so my team is Tyrande Whisperwind, Illidan Stormrage, and Azeroth the Sleeping Titan. She will wake up eventually. She will be awake. She is a Titan. She's a world soul. How the fuck did none of us pick Azeroth?
Oh, shit.
Oh no, you just won.
I think you just won.
I might have. But I we'll see. Like, I think we're going to put up a poll, but we'll get there. So that's my final pick, Azeroth the Titan. Gershom, what's your final pick?
Well, I was gonna say Orgrim Doomhammer, just because if he swings a ball anything like he swings the fucking Doomhammer, then he's gonna make pudding out of your fucking face. But now he's up against Garrosh Hellscream, so I don't know. I mean, we might have a Makara going on there on the side. I don't know. But yeah, Orgrim Doomhammer for sure.
Orgrim Doomhammer. Wait, was it Garrosh or was it Garrosh?
It was
Garrosh, sorry. Either way, he's still gonna smash his face into
Yeah.
pudding with the Doomhammer. Well, actually, no, Thrall did that. Never mind. Anyways, I got my lore
You know
mixed
what?
up. But
We might have, Gershom, we might have both made an error with our big choices. Like, you took the Jailer, I took Azeroth. They're very large. Large targets are easier to hit.
Doesn't Moonberry say that in one of the fucking oh my god, never mind. Edit this out, never mind.
I think she does at some point, actually.
When you do the Venthyr Assault and you go and hit the boss at the end of the Venthyr Assault, Lady Moonberry's like, Prince Renathal says like, oh, I didn't expect the boss to be so large, and Moonberry's like, well, now he'll just be easier to hit.
Yeah, I mean, we've got some really strong options there, but their size might also be a hindrance. So I think this could be anybody's pick. Guys, we might put up a poll. In fact, we probably will in like a straw poll or something. Let us know who you think won this draft. So Bent's dodgeball team is Sylvanas Windrunner, Garrosh Hellscream, and Shandris Feathermoon. My dodgeball team, me being Wooly, is Tyrande Whisperwind, Illidan Stormrage, and Azeroth the Titan. Gershom's dodgeball team is the Jailer, Zoval, Kael'thas Sunstrider, and Orgrim Doomhammer. These are all some very solid choices. Who do you guys think won that draft? Why do you think they won that draft? Also, did you enjoy this? Because I sure as hell did. If you want to see us do a draft in the future, I'm open to it if these guys are. Let us know.
Yeah, I like it. It's a cool idea.
So our question for next week, which for now we're just returning to the regular old question of the week style, is you're the captain of the newest ship in the Alliance or the Horde's Navy. What is your ship called? I had a lot of fun with that, specifically in WoD. Like, I kept giving my ships really stupid names like Leap of Ass or Duratan's Dick and shit like that. But what would your ship be called? You can answer...
Duratan Smooth Brain. Fuck
Oh my.
WoD. Sorry.
Wow. Tell us how you really feel. You can answer the question about your the ship you're the captain of in Discord by going to thrallsballs.com. You can answer on Twitter at thrallsballspod. You can answer an email, thrallsballspodcast@gmail.com. So, guys, what are your final thoughts today? My final thought is that we should do more drafts, because that was fun as fuck.
I feel like Gershom apparently needs to go back to kindergarten because he doesn't know the difference between 4 and 5.
Well, shit.
Wooly, I would like thank you for being so brave and letting us know you have a bestiality kink. You said something about pounding your feral druid before.
Listen, listen. Okay? Oh my god. Fuck you. I am not into bestiality anymore. Anyway, so, okay, I just got a bunch of emails about that. Apparently I've upset a lot of people. Don't worry, I have been
for the record,
canceled.
for the record, I have a dog at my house and Wooly just pet him. That's all.
A few weeks
We're,
ago.
you
That's
guys,
true,
we're
dude.
good.
Well, I
That's true.
tried to pet him. He barked at me a lot. He was like, bork, bork. So, as a reminder, you can join us in Discord by going to thrallsballs.com. It'll zap you right into the server. You can follow us on Twitter at thrallsballspod. You can follow me, Wooly08, 2 O's, 2 L's. Damn it, Wooly08, sorry, 2 O's, 2 L's, and a Y. You can follow Gershom at Hunter Gershom, GERSHOM. You can follow Bent at Bentolis_outlaw, BENTOLAS. You can go to warcraftradio.com/directory to leave a review, which I checked we didn't get one this week. Again, thrallsballs.com to join in Discord. So, did I say email? I did not. Go ahead and email us any feedback you may have. thrallsballspodcast@gmail.com. But until next time, go forth and tickle nutsacks. We love you.
Bye,
Bye,
swingers.
swingers.